This wasn't the plan, and nothing can prepare you for your life changing overnight. But here I am, 5 days after realizing that the future I was building would never come.
This feels like it's been the longest week of my life.
Restless nights, no appetite, and questioning everything.
It's mixed emotions, real mixed emotions right now.
But this isn't about moving on. This isn't even about healing. This is about living in the fog of heartbreak, betrayal, and rebuilding. This is survival mode.
I'm currently editing one of our travel vlogs. We had a YouTube channel together, and we hyped up this road trip series for the new year for our audience, and I feel like I owe it to them, and we're filming a video tomorrow to just let them know that it's going to be our last series, and then that's it. But it is taking everything in me to sit down and edit these videos. He's home from work, so we still have to live together. What is my life? And I'm doing everything I can to not completely spiral. I'm going crazy. I guess I'm going crazy being in this house with him. Don't mind my closet, okay? I have to go through all that stuff in there. I feel like I'm being tortured, having to be in this house and see him every day, knowing that it's just over. We just go in separate rooms. We just eat dinner alone. We just don't talk about our days. I don't think a lot of people talk about this phase, you know. I mean, I know some people are privileged enough to not have to be in this situation and can leave on the day that things happen and have somewhere to go. But so I told my family today. We put an update video on our YouTube channel today. Doing these little video diaries actually has been so helpful, and I didn't expect it. Someone that I watch on YouTube talked about doing video diaries just like for themselves, and then they don't know if they're gonna actually post it or not, but they just did it, and it was just like a release and talking to the camera, which is like the weirdest thing ever. But I've just been throwing myself into creating content. I'm not even gonna lie, like I've just been in one big bubble of distraction creating content, and I like live in my Bluetooth headphones now, because putting music on and being able to zone out while I'm like just working on content or something, it's saving me. I think it's important to have those moments where I allow myself to feel all the feels, and I do, and I have, and you know, I've had many days and moments of crying over the last week, and it's only been a week, and I feel like it's been like a lifetime.
I'm someone who thrives in a routine, but when your world gets thrown upside down, that's usually the first thing to go. The lack of sleep, the loss of appetite, the isolation, feeling restless, wired, and exhausted all in one, if that's even possible. Nighttime is the worst though. My thoughts consume me. How dare you? If only. I should have. Around and round they go on replay until morning greets me again, and there I am, like the day before, a walking zombie, aimlessly floating through my day, wondering when this ache will fade. This is my dinner for tonight. I had this last night as well. Some baked chicken burgers chopped up with some sweet potato fries. And this is my one real meal of the day. Not on purpose, but just because I haven't had an appetite today. My appetite is all over the joint, and it is so hard to get myself to eat. So when I can enjoy a meal, it's a win. I'm working on it. I'm really trying to work on it and stay on top of it, or at least stay on top of getting protein in and electrolytes. I'm really trying, because I know when life happens like this and I'm in these kind of states that I just will skip meals, and I don't want to do that. I don't need to mess up my metabolism any more than it already is. So I'm trying, but today was a struggle. Today was probably one of the worst days of the week, but I'm just glad that I'm eating a full meal, like a full plate of food, because all I've had today is a protein shake and a piece of toast. Not good, not good. This is me trying to get a morning workout in. It's not going really well. It's just not going well. It's just been a rough morning. Every time that I think that I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with the circumstances that we're in, and I've just accepted it, it's like a roller coaster. Like, I'm like, yeah, okay, this sucks, but we're in it, and we're getting through it, and we're just focusing on ourselves, and then it just plummets. It just last night was the first night that I wasn't fully consumed with, like, the anger. And I just wanted to be comforted. And it's like the person that I would go to for that comfort is no longer an option. And then just living together just makes it so hard. There's so many times it just feels like we're just in a big fight, that we're gonna talk and things are gonna work out, and I know we're not in a big fight. I know that's not what's happening. I read this book last year called I Love You But I Don't Trust You, to just help you when trust is broken in a relationship and all this kind of stuff, because I was trying to work on things and I feel like such an idiot because I should have just drew the line then. And I just think about where I could have been now if I just walked away then. I know that I can't ignore this part of it, that even if I walked away then, I would have still felt what I'm feeling right now. I just know that I usually have felt better after just talking to the camera and just getting it all out. It just doesn't feel like that today. It just doesn't feel like that's gonna happen today. It's just so triggering being in the same house as him, and I don't want to do anything. I don't want to work out. I don't want to go for a walk. I don't want to edit. I don't want to create content. I don't want to do anything. It's messed up that someone can hurt you, disrespect you so badly, and still somehow our brains will find a way to view the past with those beautiful rose-colored glasses. Because the pain of what's familiar will always be more comforting than the pain of the unknown. So here I am, replaying the good times like it's my favorite movie, only I've forgotten just how bad the ending is. The phase, like when you're still living together after you've like made the breakup official, it's so hard. You like go back and forth with those thoughts, like you miss all the little things. You like wish you could just go and give them a hug, and you all this stuff like comes up. It feels like torture. But right now I feel excited because I just launched my newsletter. I'm gonna start a little like Motivation Monday pep talk, real talk kind of thing on my Substack. So it's gonna give me something to focus on. I just know that there's someone out there that needs to see me going through this right now. You know, so many people always say those things like, oh my God, why is someone recording that and putting it on the internet? I know how much that has helped me feel seen and comforted in hard times. And maybe these people are so privileged to never have felt the need for something like that in their life, or they have such a great, strong, big group of friends that they always have someone that they can go to, and they've never like suffered alone. But if you have, and you are someone that, you know, finds comfort in the creators you follow, like you probably get it. I just think that it can help someone, and I think that's my biggest motivator right now, is to pick up the camera and just share my thoughts. And you know, one day I do plan to share some of this journey. I don't know how much of these videos will see the light of day, but I just hope that there's someone out there that just knows I get it. Like, I feel you. It is so hard, so hard. I'm gonna try not to cry. It's devastating, and it's like I'm sitting here, I'm like, I never want to go through a breakup again. Like, I never want to deal with this again. I never want to trust anyone again, and I know that that is not good. I don't want to continue living that way, but right now that is how I feel, because fuck this. Fuck having someone's crusty dusty son stressing me out when I'm just trying to live my life, be happy, and create a fulfilling life. How are you going to be in a relationship with someone for 6 years and then still be playing fuckboy games? Like, and then call yourself a grown-ass man? I'm sorry,
But something's not adding up here. Something is not adding up here. Make it make sense. Today, I'm just like having a little joke about it. It's just, ha ha ha. Life's so messed up. I think I'm delusional. I have not been sleeping very well. I've been sleeping very badly because nighttime is the worst. My mind is racing. There's not enough distractions in the world that can get me through the night. So I find myself staying up till like 2 a.m. and then trying to get up at 7 a.m. to do my walking training.
I'll be doing something simple like washing the dishes and it hits me. The emotional whiplash. I'm fine. No, I'm not. It is what it is. I can't take the pain. I'm better off anyway. Why is this happening? Maybe it can be fixed. Better days are ahead. This is so messed up. I need to choose me. And next thing you know, I'm in the produce aisle trying to conceal my tears from the strangers around me because I'm fighting a battle I never asked for and that no one can see.
It is Sunday. Australia Day. A long weekend apparently. I wouldn't know. All the days are blurring into one. Let me put you up here. He just went out, so I'm here. Coming to the end of my second weekend here in this house with him as I navigate. It's been a rough week this week, but I took myself out to the movies, which was nice. And these have become my emotional support headphones. I have them on most times of the day. Because sometimes the music just helps drown out my thoughts, or a podcast, or just having something in my ears just helps stop the mental spiral. We went to the movies. That was something that I did back in the day when I was really trying to work on enjoying my own company after I went through my first breakup in Australia. I thought now is the perfect time to revisit this whole idea and see if I even like it again. So I went. I've just been such an emotional mess that I'm like crying in the grocery stores, crying. I'm sitting in the movie. The movie's like barely even started and I'm like in tears, like every little thing. I've just been so emotional. It feels like, the week before your period and you're like so emotional. It's like that, but on steroids. That's how I felt this week. I haven't cried today, so I'll take that win. And I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting in meals, There's days that I wake up and it's still like, is this actually happening? It's like the denial of the grief process. It's like reality hits and I look over and he's not next to me in the bed and, or I hear him and he's in the kitchen, or my nervous system is just so on edge being in this house. Yeah, I was just reading an article about like living with your ex after a breakup, and it said something like 16% of people in the UK have reported living with their ex post-breakup just because of finances, logistics. Not everyone is in the right circumstances to just up and leave after a relationship ends. And that is my situation. I don't know whether to talk to you here or here. Hold on, we gotta move. It's like, I've had friends offer to like, let's catch up and like have a distraction night. Or like, let's catch up for dinner. It's like, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do that. I don't want to, like, I do want to do it. Like, deep down I do. I'm like, that sounds fun. But like, I'm still so like attached to everything, It feels weird going on and existing as if this relationship never happened. I don't know. And like, I know that I need to do that. I need to go and move on with my life. But it's just easier said than done, Like, he leaves for work, I still want to make sure he gets to work safely and gets home safely, and all those feelings don't just stop overnight, And that person being the person that you go to confide in, and now overnight they're not that person. And I feel like I've talked about that before, but it's just like the reality of that like continues to slap me in the face, and it's just really hard. And then there's like the anger and the rage that comes with it all. There's so much anger and so much rage. And then wanting to be civil while living together in this apartment, but feeling so angry at what has happened and just trying to navigate that. And then trying to navigate having a social media presence. And everyone knows that I am deep in a depressive episode
no one knows the details as to why, and so of course everyone's imagination's just going wild. Life sucks. Thanks for coming to my page. Enjoy my content. And I'm trying to create content that's like motivational and empowering, and I'm just trying to figure out how to navigate all of this. How do I continue just posting as I was while also posting that I'm going through depression and a breakup? Like, how do you navigate both of those? How do I continue posting? And I just need to like pivot my videos so that they relate to more of what I'm going through. I have boundaries as well about what I'm comfortable sharing, and I know not everyone's comfortable with me saying that, apparently, which I've seen in my other comments, and I don't know how you can tell someone who is grieving that they should just be professional and either tell us what's going on or just be professional and create the videos. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I am not grieving at the standard that you approve of. But I've been trying to drink more water. I've been trying to just celebrate every single meal that I eat, every single walk that I take, every single time I do something to pour into myself. Because I'll be damned if I get to the other side of this and can't recognize myself in the mirror. I will be damned. I've done that before. I will not be doing that this time around. So we're just doing what we can each day. Sometimes that's just taking a shower, making the bed, and eating food. Whatever that is, just not skipping a meal is the bar where we're at right now, you know? But at least on the other side of it, which I know there is another side of it, I will be able to look at myself in the mirror and know that I did my best, and that is all we can do. And if that is just getting out of bed, making the bed, and moving to the couch in your pajamas, then so be it. So be it. I'm not here to tell you how to grieve and move through the hardships of your life. I'm just sharing my experience and what I've learned from the past. And I'm just trying to figure out how to exist in this limbo phase, you know? I don't really feel comfortable talking about how we're living together while we're living together, you know? I don't, like, it's all too fresh to talk about. And I want to talk about this one day from a different place, not from this heartbroken grief place. And I want to be able to share it for someone else who, oh God, here we go. I just wanted to feel seen. I just wanted to know that, like, this pain is not going to be there forever. And I know that, but it's like, sometimes you just need the reminder. Sometimes you just need to hear it from someone that is like in the thick of it. And that's why I'm so grateful for YouTube, because there's been other people to document these kinds of things that have just really helped me. I'm just so grateful that people have shared that side. I just think it's so important. I think that social media is just such a highlight reel. You don't get to see people actually going through it, and I always find it refreshing to see people sharing that they're human. Life happens, and it's okay. I've been getting so annoyed when I see things on social media saying like, it was for the best and no hard feelings. Like, no, I have hard feelings. I have hard feelings right now, okay? I'm angry. I'm pissed the fuck off. I know that one day this is all going to be irrelevant to me.
Some days I can sit and chat to the camera and I feel better after. It settles that rage that's brewing within. But other days, there is nothing in the world that can soothe the amount of rage running through my body.
I just had to go meet a potential dog sitting client as well, and just trying to hold it together and not cry. And the not knowing is actually driving me crazy, not knowing where I'm going to live, not knowing what jobs I'm going to be doing, not knowing what my life is going to look like in a few months from now. It's just so unsettling, and I'm so angry today. I just wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I was able to just look someone in the eye and just bullshit them for so long, and to be here going through this again. I can't even cook for myself. I got groceries to cook myself dinner, and I can't bring myself to cook anything else for myself today, and
I'm just doing the best that I can, but I just ordered some food. I don't know what to do with all the anger. I'm trying so hard to look after myself and to manage the emotions and to feel what I need to feel, but I feel so consumed with this rage. And I worked so hard to trust again. And I went to therapy. I was so determined not to take the baggage of what happened to me in the past and put that on him. For what? For him to turn around and do the same fucking shit to the point where my gut was telling me something was wrong and I ignored it. I gaslit myself because I was trying to trust someone that I shouldn't have trusted. I feel so taken advantage of. And having to live in this house with him and having him try to be nice to me, which just feels like his guilt eating him alive, and he's trying to be the nice guy so he can sleep better at night. It's really getting to me, and I was doing so good. I honestly haven't cried for a few weeks now. I caught up with a couple of friends last week in between dog sitting bookings, and it was good to just get out of the house and be around people and not feel like I was going to cry. I thought I had gotten over the hill of this, but it was just a dip in the roller coaster apparently, because here we are. A bath would be great right now. I think that would be my next Hail Mary.
And as much as I try to stay in the present and take things day by day, there's just some days that I'm just consumed by the logistics of how I'm going to dig myself out of this hole. What is that going to look like? How am I going to make this happen? What do I need to do in order to take the next steps? It's all so overwhelming.
And then once I move out, I'm going to lose my dog sitting income. So those part-time incomes that I have right now are going to be gone once I officially get out of the house. So right now I'm just in a huge money saving phase and trying to find other streams of income phases. I was really focused on our other channel and getting that off the ground, and we had a plan to do memberships as well and launch some like travel itineraries and stuff like that. And I have some ideas for my channel and stuff as well. It's just a matter of putting it all together so that it can be another stream of income and really getting that off the ground. And like I think I'm like grieving that loss as well, you know, because that little travel channel, our little camping videos, like that was my little baby. That was something I wanted to do for so long, and like we were doing it and it was so exciting, and we had so many big plans to like travel around Australia in our camper van that we built ourselves and all this kind of stuff. And it's just like grieving the loss of those dreams and the life that I thought that we were building and the person that I thought he was, and it's just really painful. And so much is coming up, and I'm just trying to allow myself to feel it so I can let it go, so I can process, so I can heal. I know I'm like a week into all this, like I need to be healed. Like, no, I know I got a long way to go. All I know is that so much can change in 1 year. I've seen evidence of that over and over and over again in my life. I need some signs, some encouragement that there's more to look forward to for 2025, and it's not going to be a complete write-off of a year, and I know that that is in my control. So I'm trying to really embody that, but it's just so much harder right now to really feel that way, even though I know it. I know it. You can't control your circumstances, but you can control how you respond to them, and that is what I'm trying to do.
I know this fog won't last forever. It will fade, leaving behind the painful reality of rebuilding. The moving chapter, the letting go of my dog sitting business chapter, the finding a new job chapter, and creating a new routine and life on my own here abroad. But what I'm trying to remember in this season, there is no right way to grieve the version of life you thought you had. There's no rule book. But what matters is that I'm still standing here today, I'm still showing up and I'm still trying. And if you ask me, that has to count for something.